I am not supposed to be here. No, I'm not supposed to be here on this stage right now. I'm not supposed to be here on this stage talking. Talking is the last thing I ever imagined myself doing in front of people. That's because I stutter. And over these many years, I've found ways to minimize my stutter, but it's still good. Sometimes it's wicked good. And as a way to kind of let y'all know, about 5% of all children in the world stutter, but most of them grow out of it. By the time children become adults, there's less than 1% of the world's adult population that stutters. But those of us who do stutter have had to face an interesting life that we've had to fight. An interesting life that we had to fight to find some way to get past what it is that we are doing in life. We've had to face certain injustices in life. Immediately, when you see someone stutter, you start to think, wait a minute, they're nervous. No, they're more than just nervous, they're erratic. No, they're neurotic. Wait a minute. Why is this person kind of introverted? Oh, they're demure, they're shy, they're dumb. I cannot tell you how many times when I've stuttered, someone says, just slow down, take a breath, it'll be good. No, don't say that to me. Just let me be me. Or the times where they go, we can't let John take a leadership role because, well, he stutters. Or the point of, because he's not too fluent in how he talks, he must be dumb. As a 5-year-old child, I had a dot by my name in class. That dot by my name symbolizes that at some point during the week, John was to be taken out of class to go to speech therapy. But that dot kind of continued throughout my entire life in a certain way. Because when you get singled out for being special, perceptions start to happen. And then as I grew into my mid-20s and so forth, that dot continued with me in life. Is that I had to fight to find my place, to gain a rhythm, so that I didn't have to live a compromised life. I could live a fulfilled life, despite the fact that I had a hard time stringing 2 words, 3 sentences together. And by now, I'm 45. Just on Sunday, I was out playing tennis, and I was talking to some folks on the tennis court, and I was explaining what I do. And I said, I work at Brains on Fire. The person who was talking to did what those children did back in the day. They laughed at me. I cannot tell you how bad it feels to be laughed at age 45. Because it takes me right back to being a 5-year-old child. When I was 5 years old, being in school, I dealt with stuttering this way. I found out that it was better to have people laughing with me, not at me. So I became a bit of a class clown. Because I always knew that it was so much better, again, have folks laugh with me as opposed to at me. An interesting thing happened in high school, though, that in a way gave me this inkling as to what sort of life I was going to have to overcome. That's my twin sister. I'm going to introduce you to her. She's Marty Moore. And while I had the dot in my name as a 5-year-old child, she had a star over her name as a 5-year-old child. She got put into all the advanced placement classes. I didn't. So in high school, I was a junior, and she had taken this English class the year before. And so we kind of conspired a little bit here. We said, hey, let's test this out. So I took one of her English papers that she received an A+ on. I took that paper, and me being somewhat savvy and somewhat lazy, I changed a few words, I changed the title. For nearly the exact same assignment, for the paper that I turned in, that my honors student twin sister received an A+ for, I got a C- for. I scratched my head going like, why? Why? How could this be? And it was at that moment that I realized that I was going to have to fight to find success in life. And I ended up finding more of that fight when I got out of college. Because the unfortunate truth is this. When you have 2 equally qualified job candidates, the candidate who doesn't stutter is going to get the job. Trust me, I understand this. I interviewed countless times and was turned down countless times until it took one courageous person from Starbucks Coffee to hire me as a marketing specialist in 1995. And lo and behold, I give Lisa Denny Compton so much credit for having the courage to hire me, filled with passion, but not a lot of polish. But it also took something courageous for me, because it was at that moment in time that self-acceptance happened for me. It was that point that I had a turning point in life, that I decided that stuttering was not going to manage me. I was going to manage my stuttering. And from that moment on, I began to use all the tips, tricks, and tools that I had learned for how to minimize my stutter so that I can communicate and put together 2, 3 words and sentences together. And it was at that moment that my life changed. It was a huge turning point. And it was that day that I really decided, I'm fighting this monster. I'm fighting this monster that I have to deal with. The injustices that I have had to face are going to no longer get me down. I'm going to go toe-to-toe, mano a mano. And hopefully one day I can be like Cassius Clay, standing over Sonny Liston, having defeated my monster. That day hopefully will come. Not yet, but hopefully it will.